Hey y'all, how is everybody tonight? I hope everybody's doing well and welcome to a very special Monday night sugar and spice.
Yeah.
Uh, I have felt this weekend with the events that occurred, and then we kind of touched upon a few things Saturday night, and then this morning listening to Loki. Um, I thought it was important that we have a discussion.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little heavy, so I hope everybody is okay with that. It's not going to be our normal light, jokey
Yeah.
stream. Um, there might be a few jokes splattered here and there, but we still have a sense of humor. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's buried in there somewhere.
yeah, it's definitely in there.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just this was on my heart, y'all, and I felt like somebody out there needs to hear this. So we're going to talk about it, and hopefully it helps someone.
Yeah.
And anyone out there that needs to reach out, um, there's somebody out there that loves you. There's somebody out there that cares about you. And if you can't think of anyone that you would feel that way about, or that you're comfortable talking to, then the phone number for the helpline is pinned to the top of Arwen's chat and my chat.
Mhm.
Reach out. Reach out.
Mhm.
Somebody cares. Even if it's just a stranger, somebody cares.
Yeah.
So let me say hi to everyone really quickly, and
Okay.
then we'll go ahead and get into this.
All right.
Chris, hi, Chris Persia. Looks left, looks right. No sensei. First.
Yeah, you beat Sensei Chris. Well done.
Yeah. Scott Westbrook, hello there. Gun Bunny, hello, Gun Bunny. Castle, what is up? And hello, my love. I hope you're doing
Hey,
well.
Chester.
And oh, it's low spec Lenu.
Linnea. Welcome,
Lenu,
Linnea.
welcome, welcome. And there's everyone's favorite polar bear,
Snorty.
Snorty. Hope you're doing good tonight. Let's see. Scrolling. Pacific, hey Pacific, what's going on? What's up, Zachariah? Yes, with our powers combined, we are all we know.
Awena. Yes.
Yes, good, good, good. Hey, look, there's me,
Mhm.
and there's you.
Mhm. There we
And
are.
no, that's not the right number, Chris.
Thank you for trying, Chris. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Hi, Vori. I hope you're doing well, Vori. Let's see. Andrew, I hope you're doing good.
Mhm.
Nova, hello there.
Good to see you.
Good to see everyone. And there's Leia. Hi, Leia.
Hey, Leia.
And Joker Voice. Hello, Joker Voice. Good
Hello,
to see
Mr.
you.
J. Good to see you tonight.
Claude, what's up, Claude? Oh boy, Phil McCracken.
Yay, Phil. Wouldn't be a
Chili
stream
farts.
without Phil.
Wouldn't be a stream without Phil.
Yeah.
And that looks like everyone. As people come in, we'll highlight and say hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this time of year um, is a joyous time of year for most people. But
Mhm.
for some people, it is a time of trials, tribulations, heartache, pain, and suffering.
Mhm.
And nobody in this world is alone. No matter how alone you might feel, you're not alone. And we want to make sure that everyone that tunes into Sugar and Spice, everyone that watches this on the replay, just anyone out there knows that we really do care. We care.
Mhm.
And none of you are alone. None of you. And
Yeah.
we want to make sure that you know this and that you feel this. And holidays are tough. I've I've told y'all I don't know how much longer I'm going to have my dad.
Mhm.
He is literally on his deathbed. You know, it's not a great thing to know that you're going to lose your parent at any time,
Mhm.
especially during the holidays.
Yeah.
Because I love Christmas. I love Christmas.
I do too.
But knowing that if he even gets to it, this could be his last one.
Mhm.
You know, it's very upsetting. And my
It's
mom is still with me, so you know,
it's a
go ahead.
helpless feeling, isn't it?
It is.
We were talking earlier about it today, and it's just one of those things. You just hurry up and wait kind of thing. I know that sounds very grim, but that is the harsh reality when you have someone who is sick in your life.
Hmm.
And there's been a lot of loss. A lot of people in this community have lost ones dear to them.
Yeah.
So this is for everyone tonight.
Hmm.
This isn't just our stories. This is for anyone who has experienced loss or even just a change. I mean, sometimes when you have a loss and you get through it, there's still the reality of the change that you may not focus on or become aware of until the holidays hit. And then
Hmm.
you see how your life has changed.
Yep.
Um, and one of the things that I realized today is things that exasperate that and make those feelings of change or loss or however you want to put it more intense around the holidays. And that's when you have stress in your life from whatever aspect it is, whether it's physical stress, emotional stress, you know, just shit happening around you. You don't realize what an impact that has on those emotions that are already there. And I'll just speak for myself. I've been pretty damn unhappy lately, and I haven't really known why. I mean, I knew with the upcoming holidays, you know, things were going to be a little more intense for me because even though I have dealt with the loss of my husband, there's still that change combined with the fact that my daughter won't be here for Christmas. It's the first Christmas that I've missed with her since she's been born. And, you know, and the house feels pretty empty in that regard. So there are the realities of change that happen. but I've been dealing with some things in my personal life that I've not really talked about. Um, but I didn't realize until today how much I wasn't connecting the dots with the stress I was going through versus the heightened sensation of these feelings toward the holidays. There was not a connection, and I've just been so alone feeling and kind of lost and untethered, and I couldn't figure out what the hell, why. You know, somebody asked me last night, they were like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." You know, the desperate truth was I am not okay, but I didn't know why. I knew what I was feeling, but it didn't make sense why I was feeling it until today when I had to do one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. And I'm going to have to do it again, all over again tomorrow. And the what is not important because, you know, to someone else, what I'm having to deal with right now may not be a big deal for them, but it's just that I'm burdened with this decision. And we've all been burdened. We all feel burdened. So we all understand that. So that's what I'm going to focus on, not the what, but the feeling and the situations the stress that it's given me. And y'all, my heart is broken. And I was talking to Orlando earlier and I said, I get it now. I get why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling is because this has all come to a head and I've had to deal with something that I didn't want to deal with. I've had to deal with it today. And like I said, I got to do this shit all over again tomorrow. But I've made the connection now. And the point is, when you have such a stress in your life, whether it's a physical stress, something in your life that you've got to deal with, or if it's an emotional stress, something you haven't handled or something you haven't really looked at square in the eye and say, okay, I gotta freaking deal with this. That is just gonna intensify any feelings you have towards the holidays. And it's gonna get convoluted and you're gonna think, well, is it, why am I feeling this way? I thought I dealt with this. I thought I handled this. And in some ways, it's good that I came to this realization because it's like, although I'm in a lot of pain right now, it's like a big hole has been poked through that dam. And I'm dealing with this now. And I know things are going to be okay when, as of yesterday, I said to myself things were going to be okay, but I didn't really know it. I didn't really feel it. But y'all, there's a lot of us that are really hurting.
Yeah.
And we don't share it a lot because you don't want to burden other people. You don't want to put that on someone else, especially this time of year when it's about family and it's about friends and it's about being happy and celebrating the joy of the season. And at the end of the day, you're the only one who can really deal with your own shit. I mean, that's the cold, hard truth. You're the only one who can deal with your own shit. And that's a very isolating feeling.
But you don't have to deal with it alone.
You really don't. You really don't. And I know when I feel myself isolated, because y'all know how social I am. I mean, it's no great secret. I enjoy people. But when I feel myself wanting to pull back and isolate from those I love, I know there's a problem.
Yeah.
But when I didn't know what that problem was or why I was feeling the way I was feeling, it made me want to isolate anymore. So you've got stress, which leads to the intensity of whatever the hell it is you feel around the holidays. Again, loss, change, new directions, whatever. It intensifies that. And then that leads you to want to isolate and pull away from the people who care about you. And that's not a good cocktail, y'all.
It's not.
Because I've been feeling this way for weeks. And it's like I'm standing in a room that's packed with people, but I feel like I'm the only one there. That's how alone this kind of shit can make one feel. And I'm not the only one. I know there's a lot of us that feel this way around this time of year.
Yep.
But it's hard, but sometimes you just got to do what you need to do to get that stress out of your life so you can deal with these things and these feelings won't overwhelm you. And there is a connection. Because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, if I didn't have this shit that I've been dealing with for weeks, shit, months really, if let's be real, months, I would not be feeling the way I am feeling right now. I know, yeah, I mean, there would be some mourning. I mean, that's natural. That's natural. Anyone who's lost anyone, no matter how long it is, shit. My sister-in-law lost my brother, my oldest brother, 9 years ago. And it's just been the past couple of years where she's actually feeling really good about Christmas. So it's different for everyone. Some people
Mhm.
bounce back pretty quickly. They're very pragmatic and others aren't. So there's no right and wrong to deal with any kind of change. But I know that I would not be feeling this as intensely as I am if I didn't have to just deal with some of the crap I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah.
But I am dealing with it now. So that is a good thing. And I know, again, once this burden is taken from me and I give it up, I'll be able to say, okay, I get now why I've been so damn needy. I get why I've felt so alone. I get why I've just been confused. Because stress will do it to you, y'all. Stress will do it to you. And you need
I will.
find some way to deal with that. Because at the end of the day, it is our responsibility to figure out what the hell is going on in our life. And sometimes it's not so obvious. It's not so obvious. But you'll know it when you finally deal with it. And I know that sounds like, well, how the hell are you going to know what it is? How the hell are you going to know what to deal with if you don't know what it is? We're not done. We can figure it out. We can
Mhm.
figure it out.
Yeah. And it's that connecting dots,
Yeah.
you know, that really helps a lot of people. Um, and that's why it is so important to talk to someone, because someone else may have perspective. Like for me and Arwen, you know, we talk every day. Every day. There's not a day that goes by that her and I either don't talk on the phone, text, or talk on freaking Fortnite or something.
Hmm.
We talk every single day.
Yeah.
But and during the course of those talks, we tell each other stuff, and then a week later something else might come up and it'll be like, "Oh, snap. Did you ever think about this?"
Hmm.
It's connecting the dots for a lot of people. It can really help pinpoint where the issue lies, um,
Hmm.
and the core of it all, and just someone being there and listening to you. A lot of times, that's all people need. That's all somebody might need. I know when I think I've told you guys this story before, but when I got out of the Marine Corps, it was very hard to adjust back to civilian life. And I went from being a Marine to going into law enforcement. Yeah, not a whole lot of differences between the fields, but it was still, I didn't know what the future held for me. I felt lost
Yeah.
because I had, my identity was a Marine. Yeah, I was a deputy, but that's not who I was at my core. I didn't feel like that's who I was at my core.
Yeah.
I always, I'm a freaking Marine. We kick ass, take names, and that's the end of the day. And I wasn't that anymore. And yeah, they send you through temp and tamp to try to adjust you back to civilian life, but there's no real way when you go from extremely structured life where you've had to deal with shit that the normal human being has not had to deal with, when you've seen death in every way imaginable,
Yeah.
and even some ways that you could never imagine, of all ages, from infants to elderly. And then you have to take all of that stuff that you have, that you've been able to talk to your fellow Marines about because they experience the same things. And then you go back to the civilian life, and you can't talk to just anyone about this stuff. And when I got out, there wasn't all these outlets that there are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said you could call this number or whatever, but okay, what fucking Marine is really going to call a phone number? Okay, I wasn't about to, but you know,
Yeah.
and one question that you never ever ask someone who was in the military, especially in the Marine Corps, is, oh, well, how many people did you kill?
Oh my God.
I got asked that question.
Are you serious?
I
What the
got asked that
hell?
question.
What is wrong with people?
And
Jeez.
it's just when this person asked me that question, it was like a light switch clicked and all the PTSD just flushed forward.
God,
And
Harley.
I can't even explain. I just was, I felt so overwhelmed. I had to run out of my job
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like the walls were closing in on me. And I couldn't breathe. I was panicking. I didn't know what was going on. And luckily, my lieutenant was also a former Marine. So he came after me and talked me through it. But it was very difficult. um, and since that happened, then all those memories had came back that I thought that I had, suppressed,
Mm-hmm.
but I hadn't. And they overwhelmed me. And I know exactly what you're talking about when you say you're in a room full of people, but you still feel alone. Like you're the only one there. There's nobody around you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it felt. And I felt so alone. I had nobody to talk to, nobody that would understand. And yeah, I could have talked to my lieutenant, but I didn't know him that well. I was just got hired, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, you would think I live in proximity of the largest naval base in the world. You would think there would be resources. Well, there's not. There wasn't. There is now, but there wasn't then. And I saw shit in Afghanistan, you know, and I'm not going to expand on any more of that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have the feeling of hopelessness and loss and seeing the things that you have seen that you just cannot share with anyone because you're fearful that they'll think less of you
Mm-hmm.
or they'll think, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, it's a terrible feeling. And I had felt like I was lost. And yeah, I had 3 children and at that time a husband, but none of them understood me. Of course, my kids don't understand what's going on. So I thought at that point, everyone would be better off without me. And I made a plan. And I had every intention of going through with that plan. And I had a childhood friend, Carrie. We had been friends like since, geez, we were 9 years old. And when I was in the Marine Corps, we lost touch, but it just so happened that she reached out to me because she knew I was back home. And it also just so happened that her husband also worked at the sheriff's office, but he didn't work in the jail at the time like I did. He worked in a different portion. But he had asked her, "Hey, do you know this person?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's like my best friend from grade school, growing up." And she found me on, I don't know if it was MySpace way back then or if it was Facebook, what it was. And she reached out to me and I started talking to her. And she knew something was off. She's like, "Yeah, I know you that you've changed because you were in the Marines and you went through some stuff, but this is very different. This is not you. What's going on?" And yeah, I pushed it off at first, but she wouldn't let it go. She wouldn't let it go. And she came to my house and told me, "I'm not leaving until you tell me what the fuck is going on."
Mhm.
And tears just started flowing, and I spilled my guts to her. And that was what I needed. I needed someone to show me that they cared, no matter if they understood my circumstances or not, no matter if they understood what I went through or not, that
Mhm.
they cared enough to be there for me and make sure that I had everything that I needed. And she meant it too. She wasn't going to leave until I told her what was really going on. And she knew me well enough to know if I was being truthful with her or not. But
And no judgment.
no, sorry, no judgment.
No judgment.
And had she not reached out, I wouldn't be here today.
Mhm.
So, y'all, it's so important. It's so important to reach out. If you're the one having the problem and not knowing where to go, there is help out there. If you feel that you talk to a friend or just someone that you know in passing and something's just not right,
Mhm.
take the time because you could be saving their life.
Don't be afraid to do that. Don't think, well, they'll be okay, or I don't want to bother them, or well, they're going through so much. I just, don't be afraid of that. Just do it. Because you might be the one person who they can talk to that says the right thing, or says whatever it is they need to hear it the way they need to hear it. I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Even if it's just an associate, somebody that you work with that you really
Yeah.
don't have a bond with,
Yeah.
you never know what the person standing next to you is going through.
Hmm. And people, I mean, we have a way, particularly those of us that are very social. I mean, think of Robin Williams.
Yeah.
He had a way of masking it, of hiding it from the public. Now, those around him may have knew something was wrong because they knew him personally. And we give off tells. We don't know that we do, but to those of us who know us really well, they know our tells. And they know instinctively when things aren't right. But for others that just kind of know you on a, I don't want to say a surface level, but really, I mean,
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah.
yeah, that
Surface
that
level.
are acquainted with you on a surface level, they may not know, or they may not be able to tell. But if you can tell something's off, even if everything seems okay, it doesn't hurt to reach out and say, "Hey, I'm thinking about you. How are
Just
things
wanted to
going
check on
with
you.
you?" Yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to check on you. Wanted to see how you're doing. That goes a long way.
It
It goes a
does.
long way. It lets people know. You're on my radar and I care.
Mhm.
And you never know. You could have a surface friendship or a surface relationship with someone, and if you reach out to them like that, you could start a real true friendship. You never know.
Yeah.
They could be the friend you've been looking for all your life, and you could be the friend they've been looking for all your life. We inconvenience ourselves by thinking, well, they're going through so much. I can't. I don't want to bug them. Or on the flip side, we do it to ourselves. We're going through so much. We don't want to burden others.
Or even on the flip side of that, they're so happy, I
Hmm.
don't wanna interfere
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
burden them with my problems.
Yeah. They're thrilled. They're going through great times, and I don't want to be the one to piss on that parade. I don't want to be the one to bring them down.
Can you imagine the guilt someone would feel? I mean, because I can't. I'm a Pisces, y'all. I'm I feel other people's pain as if it were my own.
Hmm.
I couldn't imagine feeling the pain of losing someone because they didn't want to reach out to me because they saw I was so happy and so in love, and they didn't want to burden me with their issues. No, please burden me. It would
Hmm.
tear me up.
Yeah.
It would fucking destroy me. Please, y'all, burden someone, even if it's
Hmm.
a stranger on the other line of a phone. Let your burdens go. You don't have to deal with them alone. It took me a long time to figure that out. It
Hmm.
took me a very long time to figure that out. And there's still stuff that bothers me, but it all relates back to the Marine Corps. I still deal with PTSD. Have depression on top of that.
Hmm.
So it's not a joyous thing, but I go through every day and I fight it with every inch that I have, every fiber of my being, every inch of my soul. I
Hmm.
pray. I'm apostolic Pentecostal. I know the power of prayer. And whether anyone out there is a believer or not, it can change your life. It can really change your life. But
Hmm.
yeah, to be that friend. If you know someone suffers with intermediate depression or they have depression or any of this stuff, the holidays are a rough time for a lot of people for various reasons.
Hmm. Yeah, they are.
Make sure that anyone that you care about in any way, whether it's a friendship, whether it's someone that you know just from YouTube, whether it's a relative, anyone, reach out. Just say, hey, it's holidays. I love Christmas. You know,
Hmm.
I
And
wanted to make sure you're good. Uh,
and whether you celebrate them or not, because there are a lot of people in the community who don't celebrate it. They don't celebrate the religious aspect, and they don't celebrate the commercial aspect, the secular aspect.
yeah,
It's just it's just it may not just be their thing. Everybody, whether you celebrate it or not, everybody deserves to feel some joy this time of year.
yeah, and some love.
Yeah, they deserve love. They deserve friendship. They deserve being a part of something beyond themselves. That's what this time of year is really about.
Yeah,
Regardless of what you believe, it's about coming together. It really is about goodwill. It really is about
and fellowship.
in fellowship.
Yeah,
And when you got a lot of people hurting, What better time, y'all? What better time than to come together and say, hey, I'm here for you in whatever capacity you need. If you need just a shoulder to cry on, if you just need someone to talk to, if you just need for me to say, hey, I'm here, do it.
Yep.
I think so much we let pride stand in our way.
We do. And stubbornness.
Yeah, and we
Pride
don't even
and stubbornness.
realize it's pride. We're taught that pride is a very overt, open thing. When you don't realize that stopping yourself from reaching out to someone that you really deep down, you got that little niggly feeling going, hey, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like I need to reach out to this person just to say hey, and you ignore that. Oh, well, nah, they don't need that, or I'm intruding. That is a form of pride.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I call soft pride. It's stopping yourself from doing something that takes effort. And I've done it.
Yeah. We've all done it.
We've all done it. And you don't realize it, but we've all done it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you don't realize what you could be doing for someone,
Yep.
especially when it's someone you do see isolating. Look, we pay attention. We know when somebody's not around.
Mm-hmm.
We all see that shit. I see who's in the chats. I see who's not. I
Yep.
see who's streaming. I see who's not. And most times, if someone's going on vacation or someone's dealing with someone, a lot of times they'll say that. So it's like, okay, I know why that person's not here or not there. But when they just stop and they're not saying anything, 7 times out of 10, something is wrong.
Yeah.
And that's
And
when my
it's time
feelings
to reach
hurt.
out.
It's time to
Yep.
reach out. It's time to
I
reach out.
mean, sometimes and for me, being the kind of person that I am, I want to, if I feel that, and it's the holidays, and I know how people get during the holidays, I've gone to the dollar store and bought a cheap ass gift just to make this person feel, loved.
Mm-hmm.
It's the small things, y'all. It's the little things that you can do and that you have the capability of doing. It doesn't have to be a gift or anything like that. Like I said, it was a dollar store. So, but it was the thought behind it. It was that this person is actually thinking about me. They cared enough to go to the store and buy me something. You know, they
Yeah.
cared enough to reach out to say, "Hey, are you okay?" or "How was your day?" or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, take that time. Take that time, especially during this time of year.
Shit, it's the age of social media. It's the age of Twitter. Send them a damn meme. Send them a gift. Send them a
Yeah,
JPEG.
yeah,
Send them something cute like that. In your taste, of course, and as appropriate. But
yeah, yeah. Don't send them nudes.
no, no, no. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? I mean, but yeah, send them something like that. Those actually, when I get shit like that, it does a world for my mood. Even if I'm really down and I can't muster up a laugh, I feel loved and I feel appreciated. Shit,
Mhm.
Arlena sent me one today. Her and Jester picked out for me. And I so appreciated that. I was like, I got people thinking about me. I got people caring about me. Oh, shut up, Steve. Good to see you tonight. Good to see you. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I don't know, y'all. We're just talking real.
yeah. It was just, again, for those of you that weren't here at the beginning, um, after our talk Saturday night, after the events of the weekend, and
Mhm.
after this morning on Loki's stream, It was just on my heart. We need to have this talk. We need to let every one of y'all who tune into us every week know that we care about you and we love each and every one of you. And we see you. We see you. You matter to us.
Yep.
You're not just a number. Not to us. You make all of our lives better. I would not do this if it wasn't for y'all.
Yep.
Y'all make this fun. Y'all make this worthwhile. There are days that I'm just like, oh, I so don't want to stream today.
Yeah, we all go through that. Absolutely.
But then I get on here and you guys are here, and it's like,
Hmm.
yes, I'm so glad we decided to do this.
Hmm.
It's the joy of it. It's the happiness that we can bring you and that you bring to us, because y'all don't know how many times Arwen and I have streamed, and before we start, we've had a really intense talk, and some tears have flowed, and it's like, yeah. And when we get on here, you guys make us feel good.
Hmm.
You make our day better. And we could never, never, ever repay y'all for that. The only thing we could do is tell you thank you, because you all make it so wonderful and so fun. And yeah, I know a lot of our streams are a lot of bullshittery.
Hmm.
Arwen's word that she made up.
They are.
But there's sometimes when we really need that. So many times. And just think about your friends as well. Friends, family, just people that you know. Bring them a little bit of that joy that y'all bring us here.
I shared this recently, but I'm going to share it again. When I was in college, I was a theater major. And I will never forget taking improv classes. We had a lot of improv classes because for a lot of actors, especially up and coming, improv is your bread and butter.
Mhm.
Particularly when you're auditioning. Yeah, you may have a script to go by or you may not, but you've got to be quick on your feet. You got to know how to flow with whatever you're given. And sometimes that involves improv. So we had a hell of a lot of improv classes. The first and most important lesson that I learned in that class was when you have two people come together in a scene and, the director's like, okay, just start talking to each other. And they just start gabbing. The thing you want to do is you want to always say yes. And what that means is if somebody comes up to you and said, hey, you want to go for a dance? The other actor's not supposed to look at them and say, no, because that shuts shit down. Nothing can happen from a no. You say, sure, let's do it. And then you carry on with the scene, however the hell you carry it on. Always say yes.
Mhm.
And I haven't been saying yes a lot lately because I took that and I kind of adopted it as a life philosophy. And today, Arlena called me when my world was falling apart. And I didn't get the call because I was in the middle of this shit. And when I saw she had called, that isolating instinct was to say no. I don't want to talk about this. I can't deal with this. But then I was like, fuck it. Always say yes. And I called her back. And I needed that. I needed to call her back. I needed to talk to someone I trusted, to someone who wouldn't judge me, to someone who would give me wise counsel. And she did. She did. And like she said, between the events of Friday and Saturday and everything she's been dealing with, everything that I fucking have gone through, everything that everyone else has been going through, was like, here we are. Here we are.
Yep.
So always say yes, y'all.
Yeah.
Even when it's in every instinct not to. If you know it is the right thing to do it. Because you never know what will come out of it.
Yeah. It could end up being the love of your life.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
After
it
your
could.
best friend tells you 20 million times, you should you should go talk to this person.
You know, I think you two would be really good together. Just saying. Y'all kind of click.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that was me. Thank y'all very much.
Yeah. Yeah. It was Arwen. But
Yeah.
yeah, y'all just say yes to picking up that phone. Say
Mhm.
yes to that DM. Say yes to the handwritten letter. I saw somebody who put something in the chat about a handwritten letter. You know, that's old school. We don't do that anymore, but
Right.
we should do it more.
Okay, Snorty, I am saying just say yes, but I'm also saying use your damn brain.
Oh, right.
Okay, we're not talking about it puts the lotion in the basket. Say yes. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Use your
Oh
damn brain.
my.
Just
Stop
okay.
it. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh.
I will try,
Ar-
Das. I will
Arwen, the
try.
supreme matchmaker. Her DM is about to explode.
I will do my best.
Oh yeah. Uh,
So,
but yeah, don't. Yeah, don't give up, y'all. No matter
yeah,
what, no matter how you feel, don't ever give up.
don't give
Master
up.
Bruce, why do we fall down?
Yep.
Yeah, one of my favorite lines from that damn movie. And it's such a simple line. It's
Mhm.
so simple. We fall so we can get back up again and dust ourselves off and learn our lessons
Mhm.
and pick it all back up and know that no matter how bad it might seem, if you're rock bottom, guess what rock bottom means? It's only up from there.
Oh yeah, me and my I'm very well acquainted with my well of emotions.
Yeah.
Deep, 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 deep diving. Get lost in those murky waters.
Hmm.
But yeah, you're right. Got to go up at some point for air.
Yep.
Might as well be sooner than later, right?
Yeah. And just know that there's somebody out there that cares enough. You might not realize it, but they do care.
Yeah. Oh, JP, I love that song.
Hmm.
I love that song.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
But, through all of this, my hope is that at least one of you out there has realized that somebody does care about you and that you'll reach out to someone if you think they need it. They might not even know they need it,
mhm,
but that's what we're all here for.
that's for damn sure.
We're all here to support each other because we all care about each other. Because no matter what anybody says, yes, humans are flawed beings. We're all flawed, but we care. Most of us, anyway. You know, I'm
Mhm.
I'm a Sith Lord, so I entirely. I'm just kidding.
Even Sith Lords need to be cared
even
about and they need
even
love, right?
Sith lords need love.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody, reach out,
Hmm.
reach out, whether
You,
it's to a friend or family member. And I know I keep saying the same thing, but damn it, somebody needs to hear it. And I want to make sure that y'all hear it. Reach out, whether it's to a hotline. There's somebody there that wants to talk to you. If not, they wouldn't be sitting in that chair waiting for that phone to ring.
and don't feel shame.
No, never
It-
feel shame.
no matter what your deal is, if you're feeling grief or you're feeling upset or you're feeling lost or whatever the hell it is, whatever emotion, whatever low vibrational emotion has got a grip on you, you're human. And emotions are powerful things. So don't feel shame that, well, because one of the things I deal with is, well, I'm supposed to be happy. I'm a happy person. That's kind of my factory setting, y'all, is I'm a positive, happy person.
Unicorns and
Y-
rainbows and glitter
Yep,
farts and
that's
yeah,
that's me to a
that's
T.
Darwin.
And that's just how I am. So when I feel this way, it feels unnatural. And my first thought is something's wrong with me.
I'm
But
sorry, humans and polar bears. Forgive me.
humans and polar bears, Snorty. We're not gonna leave out the 4-footed kind. But yeah, and someone tells me, you seem to go to the darkest places at times. And they're right, I do. When I am not in my default zone, I can. But I've got to stop torturing myself. I've got to stop thinking, well, damn it, something's wrong with me then, or something's wrong here or wrong there. No, it's just my emotions spinning me about.
Mhm.
And that's okay. That's going to happen at times. Sometimes when we face those emotions rather than try and suppress them is when we see the clearest. We're like, all right, I see you. I
Yep,
see you doubt. I see you fear. I see you insecurity, whatever the hell it is. I see you pain. And I'm going to look you square in the eye and I'm going to say, I see you and I'm going to deal with you. I'm going to ride this out and I'm going to let others know and be there for me instead of isolate.
because there's somebody that wants to be there for you.
Hmm. And that's just it, Squeaka. Yeah, we touched on that. You're not a burden.
Never.
It's not a burden to want to connect with other human beings because that's what we do. We are social creatures. We are a social society. This shit with the coof has set us back years and years and years and made us think, well, we don't need others because we have to isolate. Fuck that shit. We do need others.
We need that interaction. We need that touch.
Yeah, we do. Even if it's just in the moment, even if you're comfortable being alone or you're a bit of a hermit, everybody at some point needs someone to say, hey, I care about you.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. Even if you just need me to listen, I will be an ear.
Hmm. And that's why we're here, y'all.
Hmm.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
Don't ever forget we care. We care about each and every one of you.
Let's lighten each other's load a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to somebody.
Because when you do bear your burden, somebody else is going to help you carry it and it won't be as heavy on your shoulders. It
because
doesn't make you a burden.
a couch is always easier to carry with two people or
Mhm.
more. Don't try
Yeah.
to carry that couch down those stairs by yourself. Let somebody help you.
You could put yourself in damn traction. And it works for, emotionally. It works for emotionally. Sometimes all you need is just a damn good cry and a damn good talk. It may not solve your problems, but it may help you get a fresh breath and get a start and say, okay, now I can deal with this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And if you're one of those people that likes to be by yourself, there's nothing wrong with that. I was one of those people because I hate people. Makes a lot of sense, right?
Jesus Christ.
But the
Oh,
people, I don't know. I go out in Walmart and stuff, and people are stupid. Come on now. We all can admit people are stupid.
well, I ain't saying people aren't stupid. Yes,
But
people can be stupid. We that is true. We could all be stupid. I have been to
yes,
Walmart on a Saturday afternoon and I'm like, what the fuck are you wearing? Get
yes,
out of my
that too.
eyesight. So yes, people can be stupid. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, yeah. But but even though you're someone that likes to isolate and you think you're someone that likes to be alone,
Mhm.
still reach out. Still reach out.
Yeah. Because I
Be-
guarantee you there's going to be somebody there for you,
Yeah, yeah.
but you got to try.
You got to try. You got to put forth the effort. And this is one thing that struck me. And we'll wrap it up shortly, especially because my son keeps trying to call me. Uh, but this is something that I want everyone to think about too, and to pass this along. You know, in a moment when you're feeling lonely, when you're feeling like there's nothing worth living for, and you just want to end it all, you might end your pain. But how many people is that going to cause pain for?
Mhm. Exactly.
It's going to cause a lot of pain for people that you probably don't even realize it's going to cause pain for.
Mhm.
And while it's okay to be selfish when it comes to stuff like that, don't be selfish because that is the most selfish thing anyone can do. Don't
Yeah.
be selfish because you will be hurting someone. And that pain that you feel is only temporary. Open yourself up. Let someone help you. Whether you're feeling lost, whether you're feeling lonely, whether you're feeling blue because it's the holidays, whatever it is that you're feeling that has you down, it's temporary.
Yeah. I agree.
It's temporary. And
Things will be
somebody,
okay.
yeah, somebody is out there to lift you up, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's an acquaintance, whether it's a lover, a spouse, somebody.
And if you're lucky, a combination of several of those things in one.
Yeah. But just know, none of you are alone. None of you are alone.
Mhm.
Every time we start any of our streams, we say hello to all of you because we know who shows up. We know when people are missing and it feels off. And don't think that we don't notice these things because we do.
I mean, hell, if that was the case, Arlena and I have our own personal sugar and spices all the time.
Yeah.
We're here for y'all.
Yeah.
We're here for the gathering. We're here for the fellowship. We're here to just have a good time.
Yeah.
Or like tonight, talk real.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
make a difference. Be a difference.
Yeah.
and someone will make a difference for you.
Yep.
So
And you never know. You
you
never
never
know.
know. Damn straight.
You never know whose life you could be saving.
Yep.
So, uh, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of
This,
chapped.
yeah, this was a pretty heavy stream, and we knew it would be. And I hope again that we have reached someone, or that we have put the thought in someone's head to reach out to someone that may be having difficulties during this time of year.
Hmm.
Um, we love all of you so much.
Yes, we do.
Uh,
And
Again, we
don't
wouldn't
worry,
do this
don't
every
worry,
week.
Kitty Bear. My laughter will come back.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. It will come back.
Yep.
Hmm.
And the number is pinned to the top of both of our chats. You guys copy it, have it. You might not be the one that needs it, but maybe you can forward it to someone that you think might need it.
Yeah.
You know, don't break someone's heart.
That about sums it up.
Yeah. So remember, there are still kind people in this world. And if you can't find one, then be one. And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye, y'all. Be well.